Happy Thursday! Today we woke up really early and did our recovery run at 5 in the morning because
today is the first day of school.
I ran 7.5 miles at a pace of 10 minutes and 4 seconds per mile. So I'm a little bit short on distance. So after we drop off Evan at school, I'll do the rest of my recovery run. The weekday workouts will be similar to this from now on. Since we have to wake up so early in order to get the workout in, the sun isn't up yet and it's really too dark to get any kind of video footage. So I'll be doing a portion of the workout with the kids. And unfortunately, you won't be able to see a lot of it. And then I will be able to do a summary of it during the portion of the run that I do after I drop off Evan at school. But don't worry, you'll be able to see Evan rocking and rolling and crushing workouts on the weekend. All right, that's the first mile in 9:08. This morning, LT Young, Lawrence, he came out and joined us for our recovery run. So the kids and I, we ran with him for several miles in the morning. We dropped off Cole and Haven because they only had to go 6 or 7. And then Evan and Father Daniel and I went just for a little bit more to finish out the morning recovery run. We did the run at an average pace of 10:04 for 7.5 miles. However, the pace got as high as 11.5 minutes per mile at certain portions of the run. So that leads us to the question, which is the topic of the day. How slow is too slow for the recovery run? A recovery run is a very functional name. It directly means what it is stating. We're doing the run because we require recovery. So when it comes to recovery day, it's probably the worst day to run for a lot of reasons. First, you're probably the most fatigued. It's probably the day in the week where you just finished a really tough workout and really tired. Not only are you the most fatigued on recovery day, your legs are probably sore and stiff. If you did 2 hard days back to back, you have DOMs setting in. And that's not a lot of fun at all. If you did a hard threshold effort, you may have some lactic acid left over that wasn't cleared out. But typically, you're not having any niggles because after hard efforts and you're running pretty fast, most people have the best form that they can have when they're running at speed. Maintaining good form is the best way to stave off injuries, niggles. Poor mechanics is the best way to bring on an injury or niggle. This is why recovery runs can be dangerous. A lot of runners are already super tired or they're super stiff. And then when recovery run day rolls around, we kind of go out plodding a little bit with low cadence. And then low cadence means you're spending a lot of time in the air and you're impacting the ground pretty hard. You're probably doing funny things with posture, weird things with your arms, shuffling your feet or stabbing the ground. Common mistakes when we're tired. All those things can lead to Achilles damage, shin splints, sore ankles, hip tendonitis, pretty much anything that you can look up in the medical books or on the internet. All right, that was a good second mile. Had to stop and tie my shoes though. If you can keep your cadence high and keep a good focus on your form, then there really isn't a speed that's too slow for recovery day. For example, when I was running with AHRC this morning, at 10-minute pace, I was very mindful about form. And Evan was running beside me, and I was paying particular attention to make sure that she wasn't having improper form or a lazy cadence or a lazy posture. And the recovery run served us well. It loosened up our legs. We tapped into our fat burning system, and we woke up and brightened our moods. However, this morning, Haven was struggling. She had a really tough weekend that led to tough workouts for her Monday through Wednesday. She was also a little bit negative starting off on the run, and when it was time to go jogging, she started a long slog with very poor form. Her heart rate was quite low, but she was just determined not to be positive, and shuffling her feet with straight legs and stabbing the ground, which is very bad for her. She's dealt with shin splints and front of the ankle tendonitis a lot because of that poor mechanic. So for Haven, picking up the pace was really helpful, and she was able to really improve her stride and running mechanics, which will allow her to make the best use of recovery day to be ready for a hard workout tomorrow. Today was important because today was the first day of school for the kids, and tomorrow is a really tough lactate threshold run where they're going to try to put together 7 miles at lactate threshold all in one go. It's going to be a good one. I wish I could figure out the best way to document that, but fortunately it's just so dark. I was only able to get a little bit of footage here and there at the very end of the run as we're saying goodbye to LT Hyung. I hope you guys understand, and I'll definitely save a chunk of the run for the daylight, and I can finish up the workout with all of you and give you the summary of what the kids did. About half of our viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, do us a giant favor and smash that subscribe button, please. Thank you so much. Just do it. Just click. Just click right there. You can do it, just click. Cole and Evan, they definitely do not look forward to recovery runs. They understand how tough it is to get out there and run when they're all beat up. And although they definitely are not looking forward to it, they always appreciate the recovery run. They understand its function and its role in their weekly workouts. And they look forward to feeling better after the run. So focus on good form. If you have trouble with that, keep your speed at the slow end of easy pace and look forward to finishing your recovery run and feeling much better. If you're new to our channel, just want to let you know that we're not super talented runners, but we're good at being very consistent, getting out there and making improvements little by little every day. Some days we have really, really great days. Some days we have really bad ones too. If you're new and you haven't seen Evan's marathon video yet, this is a good example of how she turned a really bad day into a pretty darn good one. I'll leave a card for you at the end of the video. And if you haven't joined our Strava club yet, just search for AHRC in Strava clubs and join a club. It's fun. Now that I'm running later in the morning, you guys can watch me transform myself into different shades of tan and eventual brown. All right, that's 8:45 for mile 4. If you can, send me videos of where you run. You can send them to our email at AHRC@gmail.com. All right, that's mile 5 and 8:46. It's a super nice day. Feels good to go for a jog on a sunny day and use the speed for a little bit of air conditioning when it's nice and cool in the morning. Thanks for coming with me all the way to the end of this 13-mile day of recovery running. Wherever you are, have a great day and do your best to have a meaningful run. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.